Hello, gentlemen, and welcome to my channel. I'm Apollonia Ponti, and I'm joined with my lovely husband, Alexander Kormatz.
Hey guys.
And some of you might know him. We are going to be talking about something really, really, really important, and it's about how to get an ex back and also how to make her regret leaving you. So I want to be really clear about something right now is we're going to go into topics to really give you real advice on how to make a woman regret leaving you. So you don't want to click anywhere else but stay here on this channel because my husband has been doing this work for over 8 years, life coaching, relationship repair, and getting ex back. And he has the most testimonials besides me out there. So welcome,
So
my
you
love.
you see, it's my wife, and she said 8 years when it have been 18 years, my
Oh my God,
love.
18 years.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you
Oh my
see,
gosh.
guys, you see,
Duh.
when you're in marriage, the time stop.
18 years, 18 years. So, baby, let's get into it right away
Yeah,
because you know our viewers are wanting to know this and we got to get quick with it. So, in regards to how to get an ex back, tell me a little bit of your process and how a man should go about getting a woman back into his life.
I think I want first also address the situation because we hear that getting back with an ex is very stupid. It's not a good decision. It's not something that we should do. And I do hear that often because most of the time when we are in a toxic relationship, when there is a breakup, it's because there is a reason.
Yeah.
And I would never advise people to go back in a toxic relationship or with a woman that is abusing you, that is not giving you attention, that basically is not bringing something to your life.
Yeah,
But I
for sure.
realize that when it comes to love, and I study a lot of relationships since 2007, it's the only area in our life where we don't have a second chance. And I've seen so many men and women being able to grow from a breakup. So when we talk about getting an ex back, it's mostly like how can I learn from the breakup? What can I learn? How can I be the better version of myself? So I won't just get back in the past, but I want to open a new page. I want to make my ex regret leaving me because I am the best version of myself. So the process would be about understanding the breakup, knowing what was the mistakes that we have done, how we could have done a better job, and really focusing on actions. I
Yeah.
believe the actions are what will make someone grow and also make the ex regret or hesitates about the decision of breaking up.
I love that you mentioned not to get back into like toxic or abusive relationships. That's really, really important because that's not your motto. And I've seen so much success with just implementing the actions that you tell your clients. And what I've noticed is when you coach clients, you give them specific actions depending on their situation. That's why coaching is so important. But I would love for you to tell our viewers like a little bit about like what are maybe some actions that they can take now to try to get their ex back.
I think the first thing first is understanding the breakup. I'm really a big believer about that because that's when we lay the foundation. If we are trying to get back with someone but we don't understand what went wrong, there is a moment where the relation would continue to fall off and
Yeah.
it's not good. So the question that I want to ask the viewers is basically what happened? And I realized as a coach that most of the people are not seeing the root of the problem. So I want them, and I'm giving them these exercises that it's called the 7 why. So you need to ask yourself, we broke up. Why did we break up? Because I was not enough at home. Why was I not enough at home? Because I was working too much. Why? And so we can end up with the real root of the issue,
Yeah.
but also a very strong explanation. So if I go see my wife and I say, look, I know you think that I was not at home. I know you think that I was not giving you the attention, but I was working my ass off so I can pay the bill, buy a house for the future kids. This is my goal. This is my dream that I never expressed to you.
Hmm.
We can come up with the explanation, what
Hmm.
happened, basically. So these are the first actions regarding the relationship.
Yeah.
Now, regarding ourselves, they are the action that we talk mostly in our videos. Going back to the gym, making sure that you socialize. You don't want to stay by yourself.
Hmm.
Making sure that you eat healthy. That also, what I really push my clients is doing the new activities. There is always something that we wanted to do, but we didn't do it because we were in a relationship, because we found a lot of excuses. But it's in the new actions that we can make someone give us attention, which is the goal when you want to get back with your ex. You want your ex to look at you and yeah, basically to give you attention.
Yeah. Because people, as human behaviors, we react to something different all the time.
Hmm.
And especially if someone has fallen in love with you or has have some love for you, when you change as a person, they're going to want to know why. It builds the curiosity. It builds the instinctual like, am I missing out on something now? Is he really a changed man? And so many men think like it's happens overnight, but the biggest, I think, in my work, what I've seen in just attraction in you, and you tell me too, the biggest results come from men that have patience and that aren't eager. Because I also think like undertoning the seven whys, which I love when you were like the seven whys, because you get to the root. And a lot of women want that emotional response. Like the why has to mean something and get in our head and be like, okay, I think he's getting it. So that's the first step. And then your actions. But patience is really important because I also think when mindset is not changed and your mindset is not good in getting an ex back, there's something about you or something when you interact with your ex that will always show them, if your mindset is still the same and you're faking it, that you're still in the same place because it comes off in behaviors, actions, the way you carry yourself, expectations, especially too, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love what you mentioned because I always say in my videos that there is two things that we cannot cheat. It is the energy. And I know you're a big believer in terms of energy and spirituality. For me, I am more rational, so I say we cannot cheat the energy, but also the subconscious mind.
Yeah.
If we don't change, if we try to prove to someone that we have changed, but it's not deep in our DNA, they will feel it and
Hmm.
they won't come back. They will feel that there is something off.
Hmm.
So the mindset is the number one tool that we need to work on. And regarding the patience, it's also what will separate men that are here for their ego. And I know there is some people they want to get back with their ex just for their
Ego.
ego,
Yeah.
just to also feel better. But
Hmm.
there is men out there, a lot of good men, guys, and I'm proud of you, that are there because they want to learn.
Yeah.
They want to have zero regret. Before to make this video, I was coaching an amazing man. He's 67 years old, trying to get back with his girlfriend. And he told me, Alex, I want to have zero regret. I want to wake up in the morning knowing that I have done the job, even if I don't get her back. But of course, I would like to get her back. And this is the right
That's the mindset.
mindset.
Yeah.
That's the mindset you want to feel because it's not about the breakup. It's not about the ego. It's about learning from an experience that was challenging and how can we grow from it. That's why I started
Exactly.
the video with this kind of piece of advice that
Hmm.
can be very basic, but in the meantime, very powerful for the people that I
Very
coach.
powerful. Because even as a woman, if I was in a breakup and I saw a man do that and change, I would probably build some curiosity and give him opening, give him a chance. And it's about what you do with that opening. And that's why you're talking about your subconscious mind and the energy of what you bring to the table is so important. So I have some questions for you because there's some advice out there in regards to getting ex back or getting back with women or making her jealous and things like that. And I always call it out on my channel too because I want a lot of men that follow us get really good results and also healthy results too.
Mhm.
And so I have a question for you. And when will this work? I've heard advice out there in order to get your ex back and make her regret leaving you, like go hang out with other women and show that you're hanging out with other women. What do you think about that?
So I will always separate the advice of like trying to make her jealous, like
Mhm.
go out there and date women. This is not a piece of advice that I would give. Why? Because I think that this is not as deep as it should be. You
Yeah.
know, it's just like in surface, you would feel maybe good or you would feel proud, but for a very short term
Yeah,
of
it's not
time, right?
sustainable.
Short term of time.
Yeah.
So, but then I'm a big believer that if you want to get your ex back, it's very important to improve your social
Social
skills.
skills.
You need to get more charisma. You need to be more confident. You need to go out there and be able to talk to women, but also men. Because the more charismatic and socialized you are, the best that person will give you attention.
Yeah.
So I have coached so many people when they go on a date, they focus on their ex because that's their target, that's their goal. And I'm always telling them, no, you need to interact. You need to interact with the waiter. You need to give him a compliment. You need to smile. You need to be socializing and aware of what's going on because social value is very important in a woman's mind.
Yes.
A man that has charisma and social value, it's very, very important.
Yeah. I also think going into another one of like making her regret leaving you is a lot of men miss out on fashion opportunities, right? Like I was working with this man and he's a country guy and is building his house, does a lot of housework, and he sent me some photos for online dating. I'm like, these outfits are horrible, like these outfits, you can do better. He's a good looking guy, but these photos are not coming off like that because of his clothes. So I had him invest maybe less than $100 on a new wardrobe. I mean, a new outfit, pants, shirt, and I showed you, and shoes, and he looked like a changed man.
Mhm.
So I think another thing is like investing in your appearance is so important. Like you're saying, health, like either gain weight, lose weight, whatever it is, because sometimes when we get in relationships, a lot of times if things aren't going right, we kind of self sabotage in other ways.
Yeah, I love your piece of advice, and specifically for men, because we have this education that it's our mom that will make us, wear some clothes. We don't develop the fashion sense like a woman.
Yeah.
And it's very important what you do for men out there because um, basically, guys, if you want to get your ex back, you need to pique her curiosity, what you
Pique her
mentioned before.
curiosity. Yeah.
Yes, because we have this FOMO, fear of missing out. So let's say that this woman, she will leave you. She will dump you. She will say, you know what? I don't want to get back with you. The reality is that she doesn't want to get back with the old you. Everything new that we will do, everything new that will be implemented in your life is something that we can pique her curiosity and we can really make her feel like there is something different. Because if I learned something from my job, it's studying neuroscience. Neuroscience would tell us that the moment we change,
Yep.
that other person has something to lose and they don't want to lose it. So the moment you will change, guys, the control, the balance of power, I don't like this expression, but it's just the reality. The balance of power will shift. Instead of being the needy guy, the guy that is available, the guy that is chasing, that is begging, you will stop this immediately. And so you will be able to get your ex attention. So it's 100% possible.
Yeah.
But to your point, the fashion is the number one thing that we see. That's why when I coach my clients, I will give them some piece of advice, even if I'm not an expert like you, but also changing the pictures on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Facebook. These are the small, stupidest things, but they work well when we mean it. Not just to make your ex react, but how can I learn? How can I have a better cut in or wear better colors for myself? Because the fashion and the physical appearance is so important.
Yeah, I agree. And then last but not least, another thing I think that they question, and I want to really talk about this one really quickly, is the conversation that they have when they meet him again, right? In regards to making her regret leaving you. I think the biggest thing is the key is when that all happens and then you get face to face with the woman. A lot of men think, okay, now I got to talk about the relationship and how bad I did and how sorry I am. But that's actually probably the opposite of what we should be doing. Is that correct?
It is correct. I love doing a video with you because you know my philosophy and we have the same kind of advice. But um, what we want to do usually is to talk. We want to fix the problem. But every time we bring up the problem, we give it more importance. So it becomes bigger and bigger.
And a reminder.
Exactly. So, of course, when you meet your ex for the first time, don't talk about the past and don't focus only on her. Of course, we need to ask questions, build the communication, the rapport. But what's important is the emotional communication. That's why I specialize, which means how can I tell a story about what I have done to make her interested, not in me, that would be too soon and too fast, but interested in the situation
Yeah.
so I can get her attention. So instead of talking about the past, it's really about let's create something new. Let's open this new page.
Yeah.
And so, of course, what you mentioned is like we want to fix the problem. We want to talk about our feelings. We want to say, I'm ready to get married, but we didn't even get her back yet. And that's what makes men that I coach push their ex back away when they don't control their emotions
Yeah.
and they want to fix the past when in reality they have changed. They can just restart a new page right now.
And what keeps the woman is a man that controls his emotions 1000%. So, gentlemen, if this speaks to you and you want some coaching, I'm going to provide the link down below on the video for you to be able to explore some coaching with Alex Cormott, my husband. And if you want to continue watching, we're going to have another video about how to save your marriage right over here. Go ahead and click that video. And babe, thank you for joining me on this video.
Of course, thanks to you guys and thanks to you, my love.
Thank you.